Be who you want to be today. Don't speak to yourself as if, oh, I need this right now, or I need to wait till I get this, or I need to have this to carry myself like this, or to see myself like this, or to have other people see me this way. Anybody who's anything, who's had anything, who's become anything, they moved with the mentality first. The mentality is first. It starts with the mind. You have to mentally convince yourself of things. Once you control the mind, then you're unstoppable. You can be any type of person you want to be. You could be whoever you want to be. And usually, you're going to have an urge. Your soul is going to push you towards being somebody or something, doing something that you're destined to do, your purpose. You're going to naturally be attracted to whatever your purpose is, or at least the path. You're gonna have a desire to go down that path. But the ego, once you let the ego take over the mind, it's going to sway you off that path. It's going to put fear in your mind. It's going to put doubt in your mind. You won't believe in yourself. You'll be too easily swayed by other people's opinions. You won't stand stern and firm on what you believe in. So understand this, the only thing that is stopping you from being the version of yourself that you want to be is your mind. It is your mind. Be conscious at all times of what you're thinking and decide. When you think this thought, decide in that moment. Do you subscribe to it? Is this thought going to benefit me? Can this thought lead to what I want out of whatever I'm thinking about? If not, then choose another way. You don't have to accept that thought. You have to understand thoughts are just thoughts. We think random things. You have to understand that. You have to remember that. It doesn't make it true when you think something. When something comes up in your mind, you don't have to accept it. If it's not an absolute fact, then you can decide whether you are going to subscribe to that thought or not. Sometimes you might have to put in a lot of action to actually convince yourself of something that you really don't believe in. At the very least, start putting in that action. You gotta at the very least understand and know in your heart that it is capable, that it is possible, and that you are capable of accomplishing that or being the person you want to be. Just start doing it. Just start. Today is today. It's always gonna be today. It's always gonna be right now. Tomorrow, yesterday, last week, bro, where are we in this very moment? We're in the now, and we're always going to be in the now. You only can do things in the now. You can't do something in the future. You could prepare for the future, but you have to do something right now. The future is the now, because once you get to the future, you're going to be in the now anyway. So how you expect to be able to do it in the future if you're not doing it right now? You got to start eventually. Whenever you're going to start, it's going to be the now. You ain't going to get to that goal if you ain't put in the prior work or the prior actions. I don't want to just use the word work. It doesn't necessarily have to be considered work, because a lot of people associate the word work with something they don't like to do. Sometimes it could just be something that you genuinely enjoy. It's still work though. Action, all type of action is work. If it's productive, all types of action is work when you're productive. And I'm not sitting here and telling you that every single moment of your life you need to be productive. Now, every single day, absolutely, you need to be productive in some way, I believe. Until you at least reach certain milestones and you've earned that leisure. Absolutely, I believe that. But I'm not saying every single moment of the day you'll be super productive. I'm just saying you have to each day tackle whatever it is that you have to do. Sometimes you might have to look at a person. You could use somebody as an example. You might look up to somebody. Use that person as an example and ask yourself, what would this person do in this situation? If there's somebody that you look up to, just ask yourself, what would this person do in this situation? Honestly, what I would prefer you to do is ask yourself, what would this version of me, the version I want to be, what would this version of me do in this moment? Some of us are blessed with certain gifts and certain talents that others aren't blessed with. Others may be blessed with different gifts and different talents. Everybody has their own purpose. Some people, To keep it a bean with y'all, to keep it real with y'all, some people aren't meant to reach certain levels that other people reach. But most people don't even see their own full potential. They don't even reach the highest level that they personally can reach. Your goal should be being the best version of yourself, reaching the highest level that you can reach, putting the best effort that you can be, being the best at whatever it is. Let's say you are a basketball player, being the best possible basketball player that you can be. That's why you can't really compare yourself to others. That sometimes when it comes to like sports and competitive things like that, it may help you, it may help motivate you to try to reach somebody else's level or to chase somebody else's greatness. Yeah, that's cool because it's healthy competition, it's motivation. It will help you motivate yourself. But overall in life, you can't necessarily compare yourself to others. You have to compare yourself to yourself. You have to watch your seeds and see where you came from. You're either going up or you're going down. You're never really in one spot. You're going up or you're going down. So just evaluate whether you went up or you went down. You feel me when it comes to certain situations like that. But this is a message to the people who just understand that they're mindful of the things that they want to change about themselves. And they feel as though it is hard to change those things. You have to think about it like this. Every decision you make, ask yourself, what would the version of me I want to be, what would they do in this circumstance? What decision would they make? Now understand this. When you start to do that and you start to actually try to be different, people will shoot you down or try to shoot you down. Be prepared for that. There's going to be the people who understand, like some real people, some real genuine people will probably support you. They're not going to really try to shoot you down. But most, or maybe I would say, you're definitely going to run into the type of people who are going to look at you crazy, look at you funny because you're doing different or you're trying to be better, you're trying to do better. And they're used to you being a certain way and they're not comfortable with you being a different way. Or they don't believe in you being able to change. You can't listen to them. Because once you fully become that version of yourself, through time they're going to forget who the type of person you used to be. Through time you're going to be that person you wanted to be. You're going to transform into that person. And eventually the old you that you didn't like or you wanted to change or you wanted to grow from will be the past. And the people who still try to bring you back to that version of yourself are stuck in the past. You might have to let those people go once you get to that level. But understand, a lot of people ain't going to support or ain't going to believe when you're trying to do better or you're changing certain things or you know what I mean? Sometimes they might like that you do certain things because you're their partner in it. You do it with them. And now you might be reminding them that there's certain things they need to change or they should change or they're just lacking in. I'm not saying you should tell them like, oh, you should do this. You know what I mean? Let people make their own decisions. But if they try to get in your way or they try to project and bring you down because you're trying to excel and they want to stay in the same place or keep going down the wrong path, then that's their choice. But understand, you're going to face obstacles. You're going to face challenges. People are going to test you, challenge you. People will definitely challenge you when you start to step outside of the norm. When you step outside the box, they're going to challenge you. They might make fun of you. It might be amusing to them because you're not being your natural self. Correction. You are not being the version of yourself that they are used to. You are not being that old version of yourself. But those people don't understand that in order to get changed, to become a newer person or to become a greater person, you literally have to do things differently. And when you do things differently, you're going to be doing things that people are not used to you doing. And some people may think like, oh, he's trying to be a different person or you're acting different or you're not being yourself. Motherfucker, what does that even mean? I'm not trying to be somebody else. I am being somebody else. I'm being a different person, a whole new person. It's one thing if you're trying to do something to impress another person. That's when it's corny to not be yourself. But when you're actually trying to change or grow or become somebody that you know that you're better off being or doing for your own self, then fuck what they talking about. It's not about, oh, you're not being yourself. You're trying to be better than the old self that this person is speaking of. So understand, you gotta be real strong, mentally tough to be able to walk down that path. Not everybody's gonna see the vision. Not everybody's gonna understand that there even is a vision. But that's okay. Don't resent them. Don't be mad at them. Don't have anger towards them, because some people just not there. They're just not there. And it's okay. It's okay. It literally is okay. You just gotta make sure that you're doing what you need to do. Fuck what they talking about. Fuck what they saying. Forget all that. It's your life. This is your life. Nobody gotta live it but you. Hold yourself accountable. Because only you are gonna see, or only you gonna experience or go through what it is that you have to go through based on the decisions that you make. If you're seeing this video, you probably was meant to see this video. And if you feel anything I'm saying, if you're going through any situation, any circumstance, any time period in your life where this is relevant, take heed to what I'm saying, because this is a message. This is a sign that you need to get back on that horse and keep riding, my nigga. You feel me? Make sure you like, subscribe, though, because I'm out of here. Peace.